Hello, it is me. We are back on some more Persona 5 The Phantom X. Now, what are we doing today? Well, we're taking a good look at this dashing young gentleman here with a brand new summer fit. But this is not the only young dashing gentleman we got on screen. Who's that behind him? That's Yoshitsune right there. For those who are not aware, Yoshitsune is the go-to choice when it comes to physical damage in both Persona 5 and Persona 4. So we finally got him introduced into Persona 5 The Phantom X, and Wonder is not usually ran as the main DPS. He is not the greatest at filling that role. He usually fills his support role, which he does tremendously, right? He's got many personas to provide supports of many forms. That's what makes Wonder so good. But what if we played him as a main DPS? So in today's video, that is exactly what we're going to be doing. We acquired his new summer outfit, and we have Yoshitsune, which has been out for quite a while, ever since, I think, what version are we in? 2.1? 2.0? Well, whenever the summer update dropped, or whenever 2.0 dropped, we got the introduction of Yoshitsune, and I wanted to wait until we got Wonder's summer outfit. Why? I don't know. I just thought showcasing him with Yoshitsune and new drip would be better, so that is what I waited. But let's go ahead and take a look over at our Yoshitsune here. What do we have on him? Obviously, he is not optimized to his full extent, right? We don't have any dupes into him. The passive traits are kind of meh since they're only level 1, level 2. Realistically, you want higher level ones. Since we are doing full DPS build, you're gonna look for something like attack percent. You're gonna look for something like damage increase. You're gonna look for physical damage bonus, crit rate, crit damage, you name it. Anything with that is gonna be good on Yoshitsune. But this is what we're working with right now. Increase attack, increase physical damage, increase damage, and increase critical rate. Tarkach is just kind of here chilling. If we had charge in the game, which is next physical, if we had charge in the game, I would definitely be using charge on Yoshitsune, because that is like a staple to your physical damage dealer. You want to put up charge and then do your physical strike, but we don't have anything like that in the game, at least on Wonder's personas. We only have concentrate in the game, which doubles your magic damage, like your next magic attack, but that is not the case with physical attacks, so we don't have charge. We're gonna have to do physical damage dealing on our protagonist without charge. Now, with all that being said, we're gonna head over to the Velvet Trials. Now, we have all these archangels right here, 4 archangels to deal with, and I think this stage gives you increased points as long as you're using physical and wind attacks. And what better stage to showcase Yoshitsune than in a stage that gives you more score with physical damage? Now, that doesn't really mean much. It's not going to increase your damage. It's not going to give you some sort of special benefits other than the score bonus, which really doesn't matter for the showcase. It's more so just me wanting to complete these trials. We're going to do this. We're going to showcase him on this. It's a good stage. None of the archangels here are resistant to physical, so it'll be a good test for Yoshitsune and Wonder here. Here we go. It is time to see what Yoshitsune can do. These opponents really are gonna showcase what they're able to do without like any weaknesses and whatnot. These enemies are not weak to physical. With physical damage dealers, you're kind of just using them because physical about that brute force. As long as they don't resist physical, you can do a lot of damage, because physical is that type of attack that can like crit. Right, your elemental strikes are not going to be the ones that are critting, actually, is what I would say, but elemental strikes in P5X can crit. What I mean is they won't be knocked down, I guess. They will not be knocked down, so you'll just be doing the most. Now, we're setting up all our buffs here to get Wonder set up to absolutely just go ballistic here. Now, the question is, we need to set up Yoshitsune here. I realistically want Rebellion to happen. We'll have our crit rate up with Rebellion, and then we'll have our crit damage with the passive. And then we could realistically, you know what, that's probably what I'm going to do. That is probably what I'm going to do. So let's actually increase the party's damage. I don't want to use Chord's highlight yet. We're going to save it for later, but Dionysus highlight we got out the way. It's a matter of setting up our Wonder here to do the absolute most damage. Ooh, can you be nice to like my my Chord and whatnot? Let's get the debuffs on these enemies here. We'll get the last bit of debuffs here, so let's do this. Moko, finally skill 2 here. I don't want to use Catchy Hook just yet. I still have Dionysus out, so there'd be no point to using Catchy Hook right away. So we wait. And now, it is time, Yoshitsune. What are you doing? What is this 1,473 HP cost skill gonna do? Now, Wonder, I don't expect to do damage, right? He is the protagonist of the game. You usually expect him to like excel. That is not the case with P5X. Protagonists in gacha games just tend to get nerfed if they're not gacha characters. If they're given to you for free, they're gonna do like 60% less damage, 70% less damage than the gacha character. So let's see. What are you providing? What are you putting on the table here? Let's see. Crit. How much? Oh, 20,000 though. On one enemy, 20,000 on one enemy is not bad, honestly. Though we had a crit as well. Yeah, you know what? For yeah, oh, you know what? Not bad. You know, we had everything set up. The buffs for what we're providing, that's not bad. That's pretty good. This is a completely free character, mind you. Completely free character. Yoshitsune in hand. Give him proper build, proper supports, and they're kind of dishing. Out some damage. I'm not gonna lie. Now, is it the greatest damage? By no means. No, by no means. But it's kind of impressive. Yoshitsune has brought forth this Wonder DPS. It is possible. It is entirely possible now. Let's heal. And then catchy hook cord. We do fizz damage to everybody, right? Let's see, I wonder. What are we doing here? Oh, look at that highlight in the summer fit. Oh, what did we do? 176,000? My brother in Christ. Hold up. Yoshitsune kind of cooking. Hold up. That's 176,000 damage. I get this is like Velvet Trials, but like, that's kind of cool, no? That kind of cool. And crit. I like this, guys. And now we're facing the man himself. He's here to bully us. Yoshitsune? Okay. Obviously, Yoshitsune Wonder DPS builds are not going to be like the go-to optimal for like endgame content, unless like something like SOS or Guild Boss gets a very niche boss mechanic that like relies on Wonder to be like the damage dealer. Yoshitsune is the go-to, right? We've had guild bosses in the past that are like physical, quote unquote, and require you to use like Wonder DPS. We didn't have Yoshitsune then, but if we get those back, Yoshitsune is like going to be like the go-to for everybody. For a non-duped Yoshitsune, for a Yoshitsune that is doesn't have the best passive traits. I could obviously get better passive traits. I'm impressed. Color me impressed. I love Yoshitsune, and they made a Wonder DPS look like fun. They made him look like fun. I ended up finishing the technician stage, and we were like 100. I think no, not even 100,000. I think we're like 10,000 score, like away from the 3-star, which is kind of sad. That was like amazing to see Yoshitsune put up that work. I'll probably like, you know, go back, redo that. We'll get like a better score, but I'm not gonna lie, that was really fun. But I do wonder what he would look like in a stage where it's like weakness to physical damage. A little short, I understand that, but that's completely fine. We were just here to have fun a bit with Yoshitsune. Now, I wish we had another guild boss or just SOS centered around a Wonder DPS build physical. That way it would like incentivize a lot of Yoshitsune play, but that was fun. For the most part, like, it's not gonna like out DPS like your DPS, right? Your gacha DPSs for Wonder, right? Where we don't have the highest of standards for him being a DPS. Like that, it's fun. It's actually kind of fun. Like if I were running around like a new palace and I was like bored, right? I wanted to run Wonder DPS. I would be doing full-on physical Yoshitsune build. I'd be having fun. Like Wonder got a new drip. Hopefully it's the first of many. But if Wonder gets drip, I'm going to want to just run him on a DPS build for some reason. How does that make any sense? How does new drip correlate to wanting to play him as a DPS? I don't know. I don't. So that is gonna do it for the video. Hopefully this video enticed you, or just, you know, brought some curiosity to try Wonder Yoshitsune DPS build. If there are other DPS builds I should try that are not Yoshitsune, by all means let me know. The only reason I did Yoshitsune is because it is one of my favorite personas in Persona in general. They were also my favorite physical damage healer persona to run in Persona 5. I also just really like their design. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.